Talk Car isn't about hype or brands. It's about car facts that save you money. Buy smarter, maintain better, avoid expensive mistakes. Most used car buyers rush this step and regret it later. Here's what you should always check before buying.
When you're buying a used car, you need a checklist mindset, not an emotional one. Step 1 is to stop judging the car by mileage and appearance alone. Low mileage doesn't guarantee a good car, and shiny paint doesn't mean it was well cared for. What matters first is how the car feels when you drive it. Pay attention to vibrations, steering response, braking smoothness, and how stable the car feels at speed. These sensations reveal where that dashboards and sellers won't mention.
All right, now that you've checked the basics, it's time for the moment most sellers try to avoid. This next step reveals problems you can't hide once the engine is warm.
Next on your checklist is the cold start. Always try to see the car before it's warmed up. A cold engine tells the truth. Listen for rattles, knocking, rough idle, or delayed RPM settling. Many problems are quiet once the engine warms up, which is why some sellers start the car before you arrive. If the engine doesn't sound healthy cold, walk away or renegotiate hard.
Engines can lie when they're warm. People lie even better. That's why this next step matters.
Another reason buyers miss problems is because their test drive is too short. 5 or 10 minutes isn't enough for issues to show up. Transmissions shift differently once warm. Brakes behave differently after heat builds. Suspension noise often appears only after a few miles. Even overheating problems can stay hidden during a quick drive. A proper test drive should include city speeds, highway speeds, rough roads, smooth roads, and at least one full stop from higher speed. The longer you drive, the more the car reveals. Sellers prefer short drives because short drives hide problems. Buyers who rush the test drive are buying on hope, not evidence. The next item is service history. Ask for records, not stories. Consistent oil changes, brake service, and fluid replacements matter far more than verbal promises. Service records show discipline. No records doesn't automatically mean the car is bad, but it does mean you're taking on more risk. And risk should always lower the price.
Records tell you how the car was treated. Now let's see what the car itself has been hiding.
After that, scan the car, even if there are no warning lights. Modern cars store hidden and pending codes long before a check engine light turns on. A simple scan can reveal sensor issues, misfires, emissions faults, or transmission warnings that haven't become obvious yet. Dealers and mechanics use this information to protect themselves. Buyers who don't scan are buying blind.
If a car feels off, but you can't explain why, this is usually where the problem is hiding.
Next on the checklist is tires and suspension. Look at tire wear closely. Uneven wear often points to alignment problems or worn suspension components. Pay attention to how the car absorbs bumps and corners. Worn bushings, mounts, shocks, and struts won't always trigger warning lights, but they make the car feel loose, unstable, and tired. These repairs add up quickly if ignored.
Once you know how the car rides, the next check is how it stops.
Another important step is braking behavior. During your test drive, brake firmly and smoothly. The car should stop straight without shaking, pulling, or vibration. Steering should feel precise, not vague or delayed. These are signs of overall mechanical health that buyers often overlook because they're focused on acceleration instead.
Now that you've checked the major systems, it's time to see if the story adds up.
Now check for consistency. Everything should make sense together. Low mileage should match interior wear. Service history should match condition. Tire wear should match how the car drives. When things don't line up, that's usually a warning sign. Cars don't hide problems well when you know what to look for.
This is where smart inspections fail and emotions take over.
Finally, check your emotions. Excitement is the most expensive mistake buyers make. If you feel rushed, pressured, or overly excited, slow down. Walking away is always cheaper than buying the wrong car. A good used car doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be honest. So honest wear, honest maintenance, and honest pricing matter more than looks.
The biggest red flags don't always come from the car. Sometimes they come from the seller.
Pay attention to how the seller behaves. Rushing is a red flag. If someone pushes you to decide quickly, limits your inspection time, or distracts you with stories, that's not confidence, that's pressure. Honest cars don't need urgency. Honest sellers let the car speak for itself. The moment you feel rushed, you lose leverage. Slowing down protects your wallet. Time pressure is one of the oldest tricks in selling, and it works best on emotional buyers.
This is where everything you've checked finally matters.
If you follow this checklist every time, how the car feels, a true cold start, service records, a proper scan, tires and suspension, braking behavior, overall consistency, and most importantly, emotional control, you eliminate most of the risks that trap used car buyers. Bad purchases aren't caused by bad cars. They're caused by rushed decisions. Buying a used car isn't about luck or timing. It's about preparation. The buyers who slow down, inspect properly, and stay disciplined are the ones who keep their money, avoid regrets, and enjoy their cars long after the sale.